Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, and honored guests. It is with immense pride and heartfelt joy that I welcome you all to this august gathering, the felicitation ceremony to honor His Holiness Janab Syed Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb on assuming the offices of the President, Khaja Education Society, and Chancellor, Khaja Bandanawaz University. Today marks not just a transition of leadership, but the continuation of a legacy. Legacy that has shaped countless lives and illuminated the path of progress and education. His Holiness Janab Syed Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb inherits not just the mantle of leadership, but also the commitment of fostering education, innovation, and inclusivity. These are the principles that are the cornerstone of this institution. The Honorable Chancellor, Sir, and the President of the Khaja Education Society embodies wisdom, humility, and a steadfast commitment to excellence. He stands as a beacon of hope and inspiration, ready to guide us towards greater heights. Now, let us begin this program by invoking blessings for this auspicious occasion. To commence this sacred gathering, I invite Maulana Roshan Khan Sahab, Imam, Masjid Dargaah Sharif, to recite the Khirat-e-Kalam-e-Pak.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ما كان على النبي من حرج فيما فرض الله له سنة الله في الذين خلوا من قبل وكان أمر الله قدرا مقدورا الذين يبلغون رسالات الله ويخشونه ولا يخشون أحدا إلا الله وكفى بالله حسيبا ما كان محمد أبا أحد من رجالكم ولكن رسول الله وخاتم النبيين وكان الله بكل شيء عليما. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا الله ذكرا كثيرا وسبحوه بكرة وأصيلا. صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Shukriya, Maulana Sahab. Now, we proceed to escort our distinguished dignitaries onto the dais. May I now request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Ali Raza Musfi, Sir, to escort Honorable Chancellor, Sir, and the President, Khaja Education Society, His Holiness Janab Syed al-Hussaini Saheb, onto the dais. A big round of applause. Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Zama Musfi ma'am, academic advisor and the in-charge head of the Department of Forensic Medicine, Faculty of Medical Sciences, to deliver the welcome address and introduce our esteemed chief guest.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. Respected Janab Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, Sajjada Nashin, Dargaah Hazrath Khaja Bandanawaz Rahmatullah alayh, Honorable President, Khaja Education Society, and the Honorable Chancellor, KBN University, Dr. Sayyid Mustafa Hussaini Saheb, Director, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Janab Sayyid Shah Bakhir Shabbir Hussaini Saheb, Professor Ali Raza Musfi Sir, Vice Chancellor, KBN University, Professor A.M. Pathan Sir, Secretary General, Khaja Education Society, Professor Virupakshiya, Pro Vice Chancellor, Mr. Syed Jamal, Controller of Examinations, the heads and faculty of all institutions of Khaja Education Society, the deans, heads and faculty of all departments of the KBN University, the supporting staff of KBN University and the Khaja Education Society, the media team. It is my privilege and honor for this opportunity to welcome you all on this historic and august occasion. Many of us here today had the good fortune and privilege of meeting the Honorable Founder Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University, late Dr. Sayyid Shah Khusro Hussaini Saheb. When the condolence meet was held on Friday evening, there struck a deep and somber note in all our lives. For those who barely knew him, it was evident in the heartbreaking documentary that was played on Friday. His service to the society and his motto in educating humanity does not end with him. It continues even in his absence by the creation of the Khaja Bandanawaz University. As we honor and cherish his memory, we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he may grant him the highest place in Jannah for his contribution to knowledge and his myriad services to the society. As we leave the treasures of the past and turn to the future, we have gathered here today for a historic and joyous occasion as we present our respectful regards to Janab Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb and welcome and felicitate him upon assuming the offices as the Honorable President of Khaja Education Society and the Honorable Chancellor of the Khaja Bandanawaz University. Service to humanity is service to God. The Hazrath Khaja Bandanawaz Dargaah, Rahmatullah Alayh, is a proof of the syncretic tradition that attracts and gives solace to those who seek it, irrespective of class, creed, and gender. The Honorable Chancellor comes from a lineage of pious scholars and saints who have dedicated their life and resources in service to humanity. Janab Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb has already shown his commitment to his ancestors when he suppressed his pain and grief of his father's loss and worked day and night for the Waqf Board representation, a step which will help many Waqf institutions in future. We congratulate you, sir, on your recent honor in being elected as a member of the Karnataka State Waqf Board. Our dynamic Chancellor has already achieved so much at this young age that it is hard for me to introduce him in such a short time. However, as the constraint of time looms over me, I would like to tell you briefly about his education, his role in sports, academics, IT, entrepreneurship, leadership, infrastructure, and healthcare. Sir has 2 masters, MA in Arabic from Osmania University, Hyderabad, and MA in Islamic Studies from McGill University, Montreal, Canada. His research areas have been Sufis in royalty and revenue generation during the Ottoman era. He has presented papers on the Encyclopedia of Quran, Chishti order with reference to Sayyid Muhammad al-Hussaini Gesudras, ulama in the political arena, and Muslims as a minority in secular India. He has a book review on the Mughal Empire and the Encyclopedia of the Quran. Sir has been a keen and avid sportsman right from his school days, participating in the under-19 Karnataka zonals from Raichur zone in cricket. He was a school champion in table tennis. He is also well-versed in sword fencing and skiing. He has played a pivotal role in the establishment of the KBN Premier League in 2018, which is now the biggest and most awaited annual cricket event in this region. With the installation of floodlights in the KBN cricket turf ground, Sir has created a stadium on par with national standards and set a landmark in the North Karnataka region. Gulbarga Mystics, the home team of KBN House of Sports, brought home glory in winning the first Maharaja Trophy. With this, Sir has put the KBN House of Sports on the state and national level. In academics, under the guidance of the former president, late founder Chancellor, Sir was instrumental in starting post-graduation in 9 subjects in KBN Institute of Medical Sciences in 2015, which was a remarkable achievement in those times. He was awarded the Association of Muslims Professional Excellence Award in 2018 for his service in education and sports. In information and technology, he is the man behind the inception of information technology in the university. It was his initiative to set up the IT department in Khaja Education Society in 2011. Now, almost every institution of Khaja Education Society and the Khaja Bandanawaz University is Wi-Fi enabled, because of which we can integrate with the modern world today. Like his late father and his late grandfather, who were pioneers in many areas, Sir has set up the first private internet service provider in Gulbarga, Gulbarga Mega Speed Limited, popularly known as MSB. His entrepreneurship skills are evident with the establishment of MSB and Socialhood, a social media initiative. Apart from being an enthusiastic sportsman and entrepreneur, Sir has been an astute leader of the institutions in his charge. In 2007, he took up his responsibilities as the Vice President of Khaja Education Society, and in 2018 as the Pro-Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University. His role in developing the university and its infrastructure is visible to all of us. The massive construction and renovation and revamping of the university's physical infrastructure was his initiative. To name a few, 5 high-tech lecture theaters in the KBNU campus with latest audiovisual aids, renovation of the entire forensic medicine block, the new administrative building, a new technology-driven prefabricated science building, renovation of the old Bibi Raza College, and many more projects which are in progress. The campus has bloomed and grown, keeping the charm of old architecture in blend with modern facilities and an academic ambience. We are grateful to you, sir, for your time, your energy, and your attention to detail, which has given us this thriving, robust, and beautiful campus. Apart from what is visible to us in the KBNU campus, supervising the construction of Research Center under All India Syed Muhammad Gesudras Research Academy, initiating the modernization of Sauharda Cooperative Bank, and overseeing the functioning of KBN Times are some more achievements and services to the community. And finally, healthcare. The overall transformation of the KBN Teaching and General Hospital by him is a living example of what is the determination of a visionary and resolute leader, something he has achieved against all odds in a short time. The KBN TGH has an emergency wing that has an ICU, a medical ICU, a surgical ICU, a pediatric ICU, all equipped to handle critical cases. 11 state-of-the-art modular OTs that allow live audiovisual conversation with experts from any part of the world. This is an amazing service that gives the opportunity of the people of Gulbarga to have access to some of the world's best doctors in guided procedures right here in the comfort of their homeland. A 130 slice CT scan machine, which is also enabled to carry out coronary angiogram. Many more developments are in progress in the hospital. Sir has brought in international standards to the KBN hospital. However, this high-quality health service to the people of Gulbarga is offered at an affordable price, which is a testament to the motto of the family: service to humanity is service to God. He is the perfect example of humility and grace, one who would prefer to do the work unassumingly and quietly without taking accolades and credit. A blend of tradition and modernity. The Honorable Chancellor remarked in his condolence speech that he must begin at the high bar that was set by his illustrious father and the founder Chancellor. I would like to say here, sir, that we at the Khaja Education Society and the Khaja Bandanawaz University commit ourselves in working and supporting you through our services as you take this glorious legacy forward. We are confident that with your vision and commitment, you will take Khaja Bandanawaz University and Khaja Education Society on the national and global platform inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now moving on to the highlight of today's event, the felicitation ceremony of our esteemed chief guest, His Holiness Janab Syed Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb. Let us collectively applaud and extend our heartfelt congratulations to our Honorable Chancellor, sir, and the President, Khaja Education Society, as he receives this recognition. May I now request Professor A.M. Pathan, sir, Secretary General, Khaja Education Society, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President, Khaja Education Society. Thank you, sir. May I now invite Maulana Muhammad Tanveer Ahmed Sahab, Headmaster, Darul Ulum Diniya. Next in line is Mr. Chan Sahab, Headmaster, Khaja High School. Thank you. May I now invite Mr. Chan Sahab, Headmaster, Khaja High School. Thank you, sir. Now may I invite Mrs. Tasneem Kausar, ma'am, Headmistress, Nasheman Girls High School. Next in line is Mrs. Mehjabeen, ma'am, Headmistress, Bibi Raza Girls High School. Thank you, ma'am. Now we have Mrs. Mehjabeen, ma'am, Headmistress, Bibi Raza Girls High School, felicitating Honorable Chancellor, sir. Next in line is Dr. Sheila Sumangla ma'am, Principal, Khaja Bandanawaz School of Nursing. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now we have Mrs. Razia Banu, ma'am, Headmistress, Nashin Higher Primary School. Thank you, ma'am. Now we have Dr. Sheila Sumangla, ma'am, Principal, Khaja Bandanawaz School of Nursing. We have Mrs. Razia Banu, ma'am, Headmistress, Nashin Higher Primary School, felicitating Honorable Chancellor, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. May I now invite Dr. Sheila Sumangla, ma'am, Principal, Khaja Bandanawaz School of Nursing, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir. Next in line is Dr. Zeba Parveen, ma'am, Principal, Bibi Raza Degree College for Women. And next in line is Mr. Thomas Stephen John, sir, Principal, Sayyid al-Hussaini ICSE School. Thank you, ma'am. Now we have Dr. Zeba Parveen, ma'am, Principal, Bibi Raza Degree College for Women, felicitating Honorable Chancellor, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now may I call upon stage Mr. Thomas Stephen John, sir, Principal, Sayyid al-Hussaini ICSE School, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir. Next in line is Mrs. Meenakshi BH, ma'am, Principal, Bibi Raza Pre-University College. Thank you, sir. Now we have Mrs. Meenakshi BH, ma'am, Principal, Bibi Raza Pre-University College. Next in line is Mrs. Sheikh Rubina Tehsin, ma'am, Principal, Sayyid al-Hussaini PU College. Mrs. Sheikh Rubina Tehsin, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now we have Mrs. Sheikh Rubina Tehsin, ma'am, Principal, Syed Akbar Hussaini PU College. Thank you, ma'am. Now may I invite Dr. Nishat Arif Hussaini, ma'am, Dean, Faculty of Arts, Sciences and Humanities, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President Khaja Education Society.
Dr. Syed Mustafa al-Hussaini will felicitate Chancellor. Last one.
Next in line is the Indian Express media team. Thank you, ma'am. Now we have the Indian Express media team who's going to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President Khaja Education Society. Next in line is Professor S.K. Azam, sir, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Thank you, sir. We have Professor S.K. Azam, sir, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir. Next in line is Dr. Siddesh Sarwar, sir, Dean, Faculty of Medical Sciences. Thank you, sir. Now we have Dr. Siddesh Sarwar, sir, Dean, Faculty of Medical Sciences, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President Khaja Education Society.
क्या है वो? इससे पहले
Thank you, sir. Now we have Dr. Siddhaling Chengti, sir, Medical Superintendent, Khaja Bandanawaz Teaching and General Hospital, accompanied with Dr. P. A. Shankar, sir, Professor Emeritus, Dr. Moinuddin, sir, Professor, Head, Department of Surgery, and Dr. Radhika, Madam, Administrator, Khaja Bandanawaz Teaching and General Hospital. A big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Now we have Dr. Abdul Basir, sir, Director, IQAC, and the Deputy Controller of Examination, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President Khaja Education Society. Next in line is Dr. Rajashri Paladi, Madam, Dean of Research, joined with Dr. Guru Prasad, sir, Deputy Dean of Research, Khaja Bandanawaz University. Thank you, sir.
मीर विलायत अली रजिस्ट्रार इनके बाद
May I now request Dr. Rajashri Paladi, Madam, Dean of Research, and Dr. Guru Prasad, sir, Deputy Dean of Research, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir.
विरुपक्षय साहब के बाद
You are going to do to who?
चांसलर
उसके बाद मुस्तफा बाबा का करो। इसके बाद मुस्तफा बाबा का
इसके बाद मुस्तफ़ा नहीं
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. May I now request Dr. Anup Desai, sir, Dean of Students' Welfare, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We have Dr. Anup Desai, sir, Dean of Students' Welfare, Khaja Bandanawaz University. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. May I now request Mr. Sayyid Jamal, sir, Controller of Examinations, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President Khaja Education Society. Thank you, sir. Now we have Professor H.M. Virupakshaya, sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President, Khaja Education Society.
ठीक है
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Mr. Mir Vilayat Ali, sir, Registrar, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President, Khaja Education Society. Thank you, sir. May I now request Janab Dr. Syed Mustafa al-Hussaini Saheb, Director Campus, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President Khaja Education Society. Can we have a big round of applause from the audience? Can we have it louder? Thank you, sir. I now request Professor Ali Raza Musfi, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to felicitate Honorable Chancellor, sir, and President Khaja Education Society. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the guests for the felicitation. We will now hear from some of our distinguished guests who wish to express their gratitude and share their perspectives on this momentous occasion. First, may I have the pleasure of inviting Mr. Syed Jamal, sir, Controller of Examination at the Khaja Bandanawaz University, to share his thoughts.
अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। सदर जलसा सज्जादे नशीं हज़रत ख्वाजा बंदे नवाज, चांसलर ख्वाजा बंदे नवाज यूनिवर्सिटी, प्रेसिडेंट ख्वाजा बंदे नवाज सोसाइटी और मुस्तफ़ा बाबा साहब, एम पठान साहब, वाइस चांसलर साहब, रज़वी साहब और हमारे विरूपाक्षा जी, और हमें उनको ज़्यादातर नदीम भाई पुकारते हैं, लेकिन वाइस चांसलर बता रहे थे नाम बशीर क्या है नाम वो बता रहे हैं भाई, मैं भूल गया वही। खैर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, यहाँ पर बड़े बड़े डॉक्टर तशरीफ़ फरमा हैं, प्रोफेसर तशरीफ़ फरमा हैं, मेडिकल के, इंजीनियरिंग के, और सबसे बड़ी बात प्राइमरी स्कूल से लेकर पीयू कॉलेज, डिग्री कॉलेज के सब टीचर्स, प्रिंसिपल्स, हेडमास्टर तशरीफ़ फरमाएँ। ऐसा तो हम 3 दिन से कंटिन्यूस हज़रत के सवाने हयात और ये यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में सुनते आ रहे हैं, लेकिन आज वेलकम स्पीच में मैडम बहुत तफसील से बताए कि यूनिवर्सिटी कैसा, ये तालीमी इदारे कैसा शुरू है, कैसा तरक्की पाए और ये किस मकाम पे हैं, और उन्होंने ये भी दुआ जाहिर की कि इस इदारे को अब नए चांसलर, नए प्रेसिडेंट, नए सज्जादे कैसा आगे ले जाना चाहिए। मोहतरम दोस्तों, बुज़ुर्गों, दुनिया में 2 चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जिसके पर एक चीज़ पर सारे मज़हब वाले कंट्रोल करें हैं। मिसाल के तौर पर ज़मीन को, ये हमारी, ये तुम्हारी, ये हमारा हिस्सा, ये तुम्हारा हिस्सा। लेकिन बाज़ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जिसे दुनिया कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकी, कोई मज़हब वाले कंट्रोल नहीं सके। वो चीज़ों में कई चीज़ें हैं। मैं परसों यूरोप पाकशाह को बता रहा था, बीमारी एक ऐसी चीज़ है, किसी ख़ानदान, किसी रिलीजन, किसी मुल्क की नहीं है, वो सबकी है। इसी तरह मौत भी, इट इज़ नॉट कंट्रोल बाय एनी रिलीजन, इट इज़ नॉट कंट्रोल बाय एनी कंट्री, इट इज़ नॉट कंट्रोल बाय एनी पर्सन, एनी साइंटिस्ट, एनी फिलोसोफर। वो सबको आना है, सब उसका फेस करना है। तो इसी तरह ये क्यों बोल रहा हूँ बोले तो, जब से मैं सज्जादे साहब की तबीयत ख़राब हुई, नासाज होते गई, उनके ख़ानदान में, उनके कबीले में रंज व गम की लहर दौड़ती रही। जब हज़रत का आखिरी वक्त आया तो केबीएन केस नहीं, उनके चाहने वाले सब लोगों के चेहरों पे एक रंज व गम जाहिर हो रहा था। और आज भी मैं समझा खुशी खुशी रहेंगी। तो बहुत सारे मैडम जब हमारे नए चांसलर साहब, प्रेसिडेंट साहब को गार्लैंड कर रहे थे, उनकी इज़्ज़त अफजाई कर रहे थे, तो मैं महसूस कर रहा था उनके चेहरों में वो सज्जादे साहब की कितनी मोहब्बत थी, उनसे उनका कितना लगाव था। खैर, बहरहाल सज्जादे साहब ने, बड़े साहब ने ऐसा ही नहीं छोड़ के गया इस इदारे को। He has not left as it is, but he has trained, he has given full instruction, he has given full teaching to his two great sons. आपने फंक्शन में देखा होगा, फंक्शन शुरू करने से पहले जो जिम्मेदार ने फंक्शन होते हैं, और आपको भी मालूम है, रिहर्सल करती। तो ऐसा उनको पहले रिहर्सल कराए। मैं जब यहाँ आता बेंगलुरु या ख्वाजा बंदनवाज यूनिवर्सिटी को, दोनों फर्जों को रिहर्सल कराते, लोगों से कैसा बातचीत करना, मसाइल आए तो कैसा हल करना, और आइंदा की तरक्की के लिए कैसा सोचना, उनको ट्रेनिंग दे रहे थे। दैट इज कॉल्ड रिहर्सल। जब उनका करीब वक्त आया तो उसे उन्होंने फुल ट्रेनिंग देके खैर बात किया। तो हमारे चांसलर साहब को उन्होंने एक चीज़ पढ़कर सुनाई होंगी, उसमें है यानी एक शेर है, सबक, उर्दू जान रहे तो ज़रा करेक्ट कर देना, सबक पढ़ सदाकत का, अदालत का, शुजात का। सबक पढ़ सदाकत का, अदालत का, शुजात का। बाद में बोले नहीं सर, वैसा नहीं है वो। सबक फिर पढ़ सदाकत का, अदालत का, शुजात का, लिया जाएगा काम तुझसे, दुनिया की इमामत का। लिया जाएगा काम तुझसे, दुनिया की इमामत का। क्यों? ये एक इदारा है, सारे मुसलमान इसके ऊपर नज़र रखे हैं। ये तरक्की मुसलमानों की तरक्की। यहाँ के बच्चे पढ़कर माशाल्लाह बड़े बड़े डॉक्टर बने हुए हैं। इंशाल्लाह आप भी इसी तरह मेहनत करना होगा और इसको इसी तरीके से आगे ले जाना होगा। क्या भी बड़ी बात नहीं, हर काम अगरचे दो चीज़ों के ऊपर मुनहसर है। एक वो है कि सलाह मशवरा कर लेना, आपके छोटे भाई माशाल्लाह उनके भी तकारीर आपने सुने हैं, कितनी बेहतरीन बातें बताते हैं। दोनों भाया मशवरा करो और आगे कदम बताओ। कल तुम्हारे वो चहलन के रोज़ आप फरमा रहे थे, मैं मेरे वालिद के कदम ब कदम चलूँगा, इंशाअल्लाह आप ज़रूर चलेंगे। इसलिए कोई अंदाज़ा कर सकता है, कोई अंदाज़ा कर सकता है उसके ज़ोर बाजू का, कोई अंदाज़ा कर सकता है उसके ज़ोर बाजू का। निगाह मर्द मोमिन से, निगाह मर्द मोमिन से बदल जाते हैं तकदीरें। खाली तुम्हारे अब्बा की नज़र से तुम्हारे तकदीरें बदल गए, उसको कायम रखो। और आपके वालिद नेक बाअखलाक, कभी उन्होंने किसी की ग़ीबत नहीं करे हमारे सामने, कभी ग़ीबत नहीं करें। वो एक जन्नती की निशानी है। एक छोटा शायर व अशार ठीक नहीं होगा, मैं बोल देता हूँ आपके सामने। ज़बान खल्क़ को नखार खुदा समझो, ज़बान खल्क़ को नखार खुदा समझो, चार जो बजा समझे उसे सही समझो। हजरत को सब जने बोले नेक आदमी है, नेक आदमी है, तो अल्लाह की नज़र में भी नेक आदमी। तो मोहतरम दोस्तों, वापसी की चिट्ठी आई है, इसलिए मैं वापस जा रहा हूँ। खुदा हाफिज़। अल्लाह इस जलसे को कामयाब बनाए, दोनों भाइयों में बहुत ही मोहब्बत अता फरमाए और इस इदारे को कामयाबी से आगे बढ़ाएं। अल्लाह हाफिज़, अल्लाह हाफिज़। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Thank you so much, sir, for that encouraging speech. Next, it is my privilege to invite Professor H.M. Virupakshaya, sir, our esteemed Pro-Vice Chancellor, sir, at the Khaja Bandanawaz University, to share a few thoughts.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to all of you. His Excellency, the Chancellor, with your kind permission, I would like to speak a few words. Zumaji already introduced very well. She has left no words for me. And Khan साहब तो आपको सबको पेपर ढूंढ के आपको हंसाया। मेरे पास पेपर नहीं है। जो आप सब लोग जो नहीं सोचें, जो नहीं देखें, अली साहब के बारे में मेरा एक्सपीरियंस में जो आया है, मैं आपके सामने पेश करना चाहता हूँ। बड़े साहब के साथ यूनिवर्सिटी जब शुरू करने के समय आया, साहब बड़े साहब के साथ हमेशा रहे। And he has learned great administrative abilities from Kusur Saheb. एक ऐसा बोले तो एक दिन मुझे पूछे, हम क्रिकेट में इंटरेस्ट है, मुझे क्रिकेट ग्राउंड बनाने के लिए सोचता हूँ। साहब बोले मुझे, मैं सोचा एक गुलबर्गा में क्रिकेट ग्राउंड कैसे बनाएंगे, क्या बना सकते हैं क्या हम? I was thinking, but of course he has his own confidence, but I didn't have that confidence. He was so firm. Then I said, yes sir, you can try. तो अभी देखे तो बेंगलुरु छोड़ के सिर्फ गुलबर्गा में इतना बड़ा अच्छा क्रिकेट ग्राउंड साहब ने बनाया है. This is my first experience. Then another experience, when High Power Committee was coming from Bangalore, and this administrative building was supposed to be completed. At that time, I asked him whether, are you going to complete this within this time? And we have given that time to the inspecting authority to come over here and conduct inspection. he says, at that time he said, yes, we are going to complete it. But I told him I don't believe, because the work was so much, it is humanly impossible to complete that work. And he took it as a challenge. 1 week in advance, he has completed that. So that was his ability and capability in doing things. Next, coming back to the academics, administration, and taking this university to the higher level, his contribution is very, very high. And we are all lucky to have him as our Chancellor. As an individual, he is a very great human being. As we used to mention, Khusro साहब ने जो बोल रहे थे, educating the humanity, उसमें ये सब हमारा उस्ताद है. So, and I wish him great success in this new venture, and he will bring the great respect to the chair, which he has already occupied. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to invite Professor Nishat al-Hussaini, Madam, Dean, Faculty of Arts, Sciences and Humanities, to share a few thoughts on this auspicious occasion. It's not Nishat, but Nishat Arif Hussaini, Madam.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all the dignitaries on the stage and those present in the audience. Most respected Janab Syed Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, His Excellency the Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University, respected Director of the campus Khaja Bandanawaz University, Janab Syed Mustafa al-Hussaini Saheb, respected Vice Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University, Professor Ali Raza Muswi, respected Secretary General, Professor Pathan sir, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Viru Pakshaya, Controller of Examination, KBNU, Professor Jamal, and other esteemed dignitaries present here. Respected Janab Nadeem Saheb, who is also present on the dais. It gives me great pride and happiness to address Janab Syed Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini with all the respectful titles that are conferred upon him by his birthright and by his distinctive achievements. I would like to speak just a very few words as the teacher of the Honorable Chancellor, which is why there is so much of pride to see him here today in all his glory. Very few of us are blessed to see the sun rise in all his glory, but we can see this here today. Hazrat Jalaluddin Rumi Balkhi, the 13th century Sufi saint born in Konya, Turkey, incidentally his date of birth is tomorrow, 17 December, said about Shams Tabriz that if anyone has seen the beauty of his radiant visage, he would be forever bound to his path of the seeker. And that is how blessed people begin their journeys. He has been endowed with a special charisma which is his very own and which is part of the legacy that he shares. The Khaja Bandanawaz University now has at the helm of affairs a chancellor who is very receptive to ideas. He is willing to lend an ear to an innovative suggestion, and he is himself a seeker of knowledge and looks towards harnessing technology towards the betterment of humanity. His own views on academics are progressive and forward-looking, which will surely build up an excellent edifice upon the academic base of his illustrious father, Hazrat Dr. Sayyid Shah Hussaini Saheb Rahmatullah alayhi. In fact, Janab Ali al-Hussaini Saheb's journey has been of adorning and embellishing the edifices which have been there. Had it not been for him, we would not have had such a beautiful structure of the university standing before us that people and ex-students, I cannot say enough of the entrance gate, the archway, the two big faculty buildings, that ex-students who have joined us for this occasion were envious that they could not have these beautiful structures. And if you see that the other buildings which are already there and have come up so rapidly have been accomplished with such ease. And at some point of time, I lost kind of confidence, with all apologies to the whole entire FENT faculty, that is Faculty of Engineering and Technology, that Janab Syed Ali al-Hussaini Saheb possesses a more better informed engineering technology than the qualified engineers. He has his own way of doing things. The beginnings were as promising as the present that we behold before us. Janab Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini was an introspective young student. His eyes always wore a contemplative look. In class, even if his attention was straying, his eyes never betrayed anything. However, to his credit, he never failed to answer when a sudden question was put to him while the teaching was going on. He has always been a keen and dedicated sportsman. He was the captain of his house, naturally, and the star, in fact, who would lead in all the Milad functions and other cultural events. He was a trump card for the greenhouse teachers, and along with his like-minded friends, competed fiercely in relays and 400-meter races. After so many years, his house teachers still stand up and root for him today. He has always been a gentleman in sports and would be disappointed but never questioned the decisions of the judges. The KBN House of Sports, as you know, was his goal and was established by the late Chancellor, seeing the passion of his own passion being shared by both his sons. A new era begins with new promises, but the Chancellor has his feet firmly grounded in tradition, but his vision is futuristic. So I wish the university and I wish the Honorable Chancellor the very best, and I hope the best of things happen to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Now may I invite Professor A.M. Pathan, sir, Secretary General of the Khaja Education Society, to share a few words.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. Good evening to all. Izzat Mab, His Holiness Sajjada Nashin Khaja Bandanawaz Rahmatullah alayhi Dargaah Sharif, President Khaja Education Society, and His Excellency the Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University, Janab Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, respected honorable family members of Janab Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, distinguished members on the dais, my teacher colleagues, non-teaching staff, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. On this momentous occasion, I stand before you to join all of you in felicitating Honorable President, Khaja Education Society, and His Excellency the Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University. What a personality he is. My association with him is less than a decade. I know him first as the Secretary General of the Society, later as the Vice Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University, and now in the capacity again as the Secretary General. A very polite, soft-spoken, a gentle person, always smiling, cooperating, discussing matter with you. Any problem you take to him, or whenever I used to call him with certain issues, if he is busy, he would call back. And after listening to problem, he would say, when I was in university, in the board meeting, he says I would come on such and such a time, or in the society office, and listen to us, our problems. I tell you, his nature was, or is even now, to take action immediately if it is in his purview, or he would take the file back to former President and Chancellor of the University. He is late, beloved father, discusses with him and get his approval. He is a man of action. If you visit the hospital now or the university campus, you can see his action, what he has been doing, what improvements have come up in the society's infrastructure or university's infrastructure or hospital. Sir, you have been following Honorable former President and your grandfather. You had an early initiation in the service of education, having been exposed to the dedicated work of your father and grandfather. A calm and soft-spoken Muhammad al-Hussaini Saheb is a keen observer and untiring worker. His passion for education and social upliftment derives his mission to make quality education accessible to underprivileged communities. This unwavering dedication carries forward the legacy of services established by his father and grandfather, reinforcing his lifelong commitment to community development. He has closely associated himself from the beginning with the institutions of education society and later in the university, determined and practical in his approach. He is keen sports person, particularly interested in cricket and promotion of games in general in this region. Sir, Your Excellency, sir, your guidance will inspire and guide us to achieve excellence, be it is society's institutions or university's institution. He is a person who is double postgraduate, having educated both in India and abroad. He is very well versed in Arabic language and literature. With a flair of arts, music, as well as modern technology, he is well equipped to introduce fresh perspective in the future vision of the university and society. Thank you so very much, for giving me some time to say a few words, my thoughts on Janab Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb. Sir, I assure you, all of us in university and society are with you in your work and will be standing with you always. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now may I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Ali Raza Muswi, sir, to share a few thoughts.
Assalamu alaikum, a very good afternoon to all of you. Speaking last or after many speakers has some plus points and some minus points. The plus points are that if you have been lazy and not prepared a speech, you can easily copy what they have said. But the minus points are that they would have covered most of the things that you wanted to say. But in my case, I am happy. In the case of our Honorable Chancellor, this is not possible. Even if 10 people had spoken before me, I think would have something new to say. Janab Syed Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, the Honorable Chancellor of the University, Dr. Syed Mustafa Hussaini Saheb, the Director of the campus, Pathan Saheb, Nazim Saheb, Professor Viviru Pakshaya, Jamal Saheb, faculty members, heads of the heads of the various institutions of the Khaja Education Society, and the heads of the various sections, departments, deans. The last month, as we all know, has been a very trying time for all of us, because everyone, and I think I speak for each one of us, the shock that all of us felt in the passing of the late founder Chancellor took us some time to recover. But today, we are gathered here today, all of us, in hope, in strength, in happiness, because the mantle of being our leader has come to Janab al-Hussaini Saheb, our Honorable Chancellor. Our hope, our strength, our happiness springs from the fact that everyone here knows him for what he is, a quiet, unassuming person, the one person whom, because I can say, because I have seen this, because I first met Sir about 2.5 years ago on the Akbar Hussaini School ground, where he was busy planning for another sports event and also for the floodlights. I can say that for the last 2 years, I have always met him only on sites where work is going on. It was either part of this campus or at the science building or the arts building. No matter how hot it is, the dust, the rain, the slush, the winter, he would spend hours on the site to ensure that the work is being done, it is being done on time, and it is being done as per his high level which he had set for the work. I would often get tired because we would spend about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, also walk around the campus. It was tiring for me, but not for him, because even after this, he was patiently guiding and correcting the constant mistakes which the team would do at times. When I met him to talk about some university policies, some issues, this man of action was then a man of thought. I must thank him because many a time when I took some important policy issues with him to discuss. I have not seen someone who keeps the interest of the employee so close to his heart. As administrators, we often tend to be harsh, we tend to be reactive, and we believe that every transgression should follow immediate punishment. But our Chancellor, he is a strict, he will strictly follow the rules and such, but the softness of his heart when he has made me correct a few of my decisions, where he has made me slightly alter policies, because at the core of his heart, and I can say this as someone who has had the opportunity and the good fortune to work with him closely for more than the last 2 years, he has the interest of the employee and the university at heart and all the institutions at heart. He is not disconnected from all of us or from all of you. With Sir taking over now, I personally look forward to have the opportunity to work with Sir, under Sir, because he will bring with him change with tradition. We will adopt new things, keeping in mind our roots, and we will march forward in a glorious way. And I'm sure that perhaps in the next decade or even earlier, KBN would be at somewhere else than it is today. With these words, I like to thank all of you for being here, and also that I had this opportunity to share a few of my thoughts about the Honorable Chancellor with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, with a big round of applause, please welcome Janab Dr. Syed Mustafa al-Hussaini Saheb, Director Campus, Khaja Bandanawaz University, to share a few words.
नहमदुहु व नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम, अम्मा बाद. His Excellency, the Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University, Hafiz Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, and President Khaja Education Society, Professor Ali Raza Mosvi Saheb, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Professor A.M. Pathan Saheb, Secretary General, Khaja Education Society, Professor Veeru Pakshaya Saheb, Pro Vice Chancellor, KBNU, Janab Jamal Saheb, Controller of Examination, Janab Sayyid Bakhar Shabbir Hussaini Saheb, respected dignitaries of the dais, respected deans and heads of all departments and staff, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we have gathered here for the felicitation which marks an important role for Khaja Bandanawaz University, as Hafiz Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb has taken charge as the Chancellor of this prestigious university on 12th December 2024. I congratulate you, sir. This transition comes after the profound loss of our father and the founder, Chancellor, Hazrath Sayyid Shah Sudaras Khusro Hussaini Sahab Qibla Rahmatullah Alayh, who served as the guiding light of this university. His legacy as a spiritual leader, educationist, and visionary will continue to inspire us. We are confident that His Excellency the Chancellor, Sayyid Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, will, with his dedication and leadership, will honor his memory and carry forward his mission of empowering education and uplifting the community. Let us all work together to uphold the values and strengthen this university. And I pray that this university will expand in all over Karnataka and will touch the skies under your leadership. And Abba would be very happy to see that, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. The time has come for the much anticipated presidential address. With great reverence, I invite His Holiness Janab Syed Muhammad Ali al-Hussaini Saheb, Honorable President of the Khaja Education Society and Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University, to share his vision and guidance with us.
नहमदु व नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम। Professor A.M. Pathan Sahab, Secretary General, Khaja Education Society, Professor Ali Raza Musfi Sahab, Vice Chancellor, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Sayyid Mustafa al-Hussaini, Director, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Professor H.M. Virupakshaya Sahab, Pro Vice Chancellor, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Sayyid Jamal Sahab, former Controller of Examination, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Janab Sayyid Shah Bakhar Shabbir Hussaini Sahab, distinguished guests, faculty members, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and good evening. I am really honored that to be felicitated today for holding a position which is a great task for me. As I mentioned on last Friday, that how the benchmark in education has been raised from bottom by my grandfather, and now it has reached a very higher level where my father has left it. And to take it from there, it becomes a very big responsibility on my shoulders. I stand here today humbled by the responsibility entrusted to me as President of Khaja Education Society and Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University. It is definitely a privilege to lead these institutions which have been built on a legacy of dedication, service, and an unwavering commitment to education and community upliftment. My father, Dr. Syed Shah Gesudras al-Hussaini Saheb Qibla, dedicated his life to nurturing this legacy built upon the vision, the initial vision laid down by my grandfather, Padma Shri Hazrat Sayyid Shah Muhammad al-Hussaini Saheb, who was the founder of Khaja Education Society. These institutions were created to bring knowledge, empowerment, and progress to our community, starting with Bibi Raza Girls High School in 1958. A bold initiative to ensure education for girls at a time when it was scarce, especially among minorities. Today, as we gather in this city, often referred to as an education hub in North Karnataka, we see the tangible results of this vision. Alumni from our institutions have gone on to become educators, professionals, leaders, and experts in their respective fields. They have carried forward the values imparted to them, creating ripple effect that benefits not only themselves, but also those around them. Education changes lives, and these institutions are proof of that transformation and power of knowledge. As the world evolves, bringing both challenges and opportunities, it becomes our responsibility to step up and make a difference. We must strive not just to adapt a change, but to shape it, ensuring that the values of compassion, intellect, and progress remain at the forefront of everything what we do. Make those changes with authenticity, with the willpower and intent. Now, whenever a change of seat happens, a big question pops up in all the minds that now what changes might happen. Will it be positive? Will it be negative? Will it be beneficial? All these questions might pop up. But be assured that I, as the Chancellor of Khaja Bandanawaz University and the President of Khaja Education Society, will make sure that each and everyone who's connected to these institutions should get what they are capable of, what worthy they are. The reason I am telling you this is within the past 2 years, many things, many files, policies might have been moving a bit slowly because of my father's health and because he couldn't attend to all the files at times, and many promotions might have been due, many issues might have been unresolved, but whatever we could do with our expertise in our panel, Honorable Vice Chancellor and Professor Pathan Sahab as Secretary General, we managed because I was always used, I was always taught that when we have our respective elders, I should not be urging on making any decision in his respect. Whenever he also used to tell me that you take the decision, but I never used to, because we were taught that how respect should be given. Now, coming back to faculty members, because most of you are faculty today, because today is my first official address to all of you, and like the pressure I am feeling today sitting on this position, not to put burden on you, but I want you to feel pressure on yourself as well. Because there are many expectations from you all. You have been working with our institutions since a long time. Many of are new as well, but most of them are working since many years. And my expectation means it is not for my own good. My expectation is for the betterment of the students. Because what I have been taught, that these institutions are not established mainly to look after the faculty or the employees or the people working for it. These institutions are established mainly for the benefit of the students. So if I am thinking for the students first, it is your responsibility at the same time to think for them first as well. Because in the end, if the professor we keep, if the teacher we keep is the best, then only that will be reflected in the students' results. अगर आप लोग नंबर 1 नहीं बनेंगे तो फिर आपका स्टूडेंट भी नंबर 1 बनना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो you have to try to upgrade yourselves, try to update yourselves, use new things, new ideas in teaching especially, and your prime responsibility is to see that your student understands what you are teaching. If you ignore that, then there's no use of your lecture. You have 40 students, I don't know, maybe 50 students in many lectures or more than that somewhere. But you have to make sure that each of the student who is in your class is able to understand what you have taught. If you make sure, then you'll be able to see the result. आप तो इस काबिल बन चुके हैं, आप एक मकाम पर पहुंच चुके हैं, where you are teaching in a university, it's already an achievement. But अगर आपके students उससे बड़े मकाम पर पहुंच गए, तो वो आपके लिए काबिल तारीफ बात होगी. स्टूडेंट ओरिएंटेड होना इस वास्ते ज़रूरी है क्योंकि आज रिसर्च की बड़ी ज़रूरत है एंड research is where I think we are still lagging in, and I turn to Honorable Vice Chancellor to push our staff towards research. That was one of the main aims of my father, and he always used to tell me that you have to push all of them to do research work because research, as I was saying, if the faculty becomes number one, how will the faculty become number one? Unless and until you are in the field of research. सिर्फ पढ़ा के चले जाने से आप नंबर वन नहीं हो सकते. You have to keep working on improving, and how will you improve yourself is by doing research. Unless you research, now today there is a lot of facility online and offline and workshops and conferences. I want you to be a part of them. Travel all over the world if you want to. जब तालीम हासिल करने हुजूर अकरम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया कि चीन को जाओ, लेकिन जो तालीम देने वाले हैं वो उससे दूर भी जा सकते हैं. उनको जाना भी चाहिए अगर उसमें कुछ सीख हो जाए तो मैं I don't want to keep on saying the same thing, but this is all good. Okay. So I think that's a sign to wrap it up now. So I would like to thank everyone to have felicitated me, although only the heads came up, but I know all the staff is with me, and as Professor Pathan Sahab, Professor Musfi Sahab, and all the others have expressed many good things about me, and बहुत ज़्यादा तारीफ़ मुझे सुनने की आदत नहीं है, लेकिन मैं उस काबिल भी शायद ना हूँ, लेकिन मैं कोशिश ज़रूर करूँगा कि जो मेरे वालिद मोहतरम और मेरे दादा हज़रत मोहतरम ने मुझे सिखाया है, मैं उस पर अमल करूँ और इस इदारे को नंबर वन हिंदुस्तान में कम से कम नहीं तो कर्नाटक में तो नंबर वन होना चाहिए इंशाल्लाह. I'm not just making this comment कि कर्नाटक I'm always a ambitious person, and I'm not just saying कि कर्नाटक में नंबर वन का मतलब ये नहीं है कि I'm putting the benchmark down. I'm just saying कि that would be the first step. Now we have to become India's number one later also, inshallah. At last, I just want to mention, because we always tend to leave this part, but I was brought up by teaching me that what my roles and responsibilities will be after I grow up and all that. So हमेशा मुझे बचपन से ही ये बात सिखाई गई कि तुमको क्या करना है. तो I was prepared for it, but I didn't expect that it might happen so soon, that I will not have my father behind me today as I have taken up this position. But just wanted to mention that in this training which I got since my childhood, कि तुमको जब बड़े हो जाओगे तो सिर्फ खिदमत खल्क़ में लगना है, तुम्हारा ज़िंदगी में ये दुनिया में आने का मकसद ही यही है कि तुमको कौम की खिदमत करना है। तो ये जो सिखाया गया है मुझे, this part, I truly, yes, I was trained under my father and my grandfather, but this part specially was actually put in my mind by my mother. She was the one who always told me that what your position is and what you will become one day. And I know she is in a very difficult position today after losing my father, and I pray that we all the family is with her to support her, inshallah, and I request you all to pray for her as well. Lastly, I would like to thank the support extended again by Professor A.M. Pathan Sahab. ये इतने जितने तारीफ़ें की हैं, मैं नहीं समझता कि मैंने ये अकेले किया है. ये the buildings created, the constructions, the policies, the decision making, whatever I could do was definitely under my father's guidance, but also with Professor A.M. Pathan Sahab being at my side and Professor Ali Raza Mosvi Sahab being at my side, and they are experts. That is why they have been called upon for this society and this university to be taken care of. And I wish you all the best as well, sir. And thank you for giving me this opportunity for speaking. And I hope I have not bored you, but thank you for joining us here. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Can the audience please stand up and give a big round of applause for our Honorable Chancellor, sir, and the President, Khaja Education Society. A big round of applause, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Now, as we approach to the conclusion of today's ceremony, I invite Mr. Gesudaraz Khadri, sir, Administrator, Khaja Education Society, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Nahmaduhu Rasool Kareem amma baad. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. His Holiness Janab Syed Muhammad al-Hussaini Saheb, President Khaja Education Society, esteemed Dr. Syed Mustafa Sir, the Director of the University Campus, Professor A.M. Pathan Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor Mosvi Sir, the other dignitaries on the dais, and the families of our Honorable President, Director, and all of the staff member, heads and deans. I am honored to stand before you to express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude on the momentous this occasion. Today we have gathered to witness a new chapter in the history of Khaja Education Society and Khaja Bandanawaz University. As our esteemed President assumes office as the President of Khaja Education Society and a Chancellor of KBN University, I am grateful for the presence of these distinguished guests who have taken time out of their busy schedules to join on this special day. Your presence is a testament to the respect and admiration you have for our institution and for our leader. I would like to extend my special thanks to our President, sir, for his visionary leadership and commitment towards educating humanity. Allow me to quote
Sir Nelson Mandela, who said, education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Your dedication to the cause of education is truly inspiring, and we are fortunate enough to have you at the helm of this institution. I would also like to thank Dr. Syed Mustafa sir, the Director, Secretary General, Professor Pathan sir, the Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mosri sir, and all others for their support and guidance. Your leadership and expertise have been invaluable to our institution, and we are grateful for your contributions. To our esteemed guests, heads of the institution, staff, I offer my sincere gratitude for your presence and participation in this momentous occasion. Your support and encouragement mean a lot to us, and we are honored to have you as part of our community. Once again, I thank everyone who made this day possible. May this new chapter in the history of our institutions be marked with growth, progress, and success. Before I end with this, I would like to end my speech, vote of thanks, with this Urdu couplet to our Honorable President. उरूज हो इतना के आसमां भी, उरूज हो इतना के आसमां भी अपनी रफ़तों पे नाज करे. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, sir. Let us now rise for the national anthem. Thank you. It's time for the high tea now. I'd like to request all the audience to please join us for refreshments, which is arranged for you all at the entrance of the auditorium. And I request the volunteers to please escort the esteemed dignitaries to the VIP refreshment area, which is towards the left. And to all the audience, it's arranged for you all at the entrance of the auditorium. And the volunteers to please escort the esteemed dignitaries to the VIP refreshment area.
बस
हाँ, बुकेट भी रखो।